Season's greetings from For the Blogy, Penn State. Let's talk about Michigan State. Let's talk about the second half of the offense at Penn State. Let's talk about how Soraka's offense started rolling, stopped playing conservative, started playing like the way they should. I see an identity.
The next thing is Parker Washington is the real deal. I've been telling you guys this all season. Remember watching him in high school down here in Houston, Texas, and I still remember saying, man, he's going to be a playmaker in the Big Ten. But first, you know the deal. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. So again, this is the beginning of the second half. We're going to jump right into it. It's a 21-10 game, and this is when Penn State's comeback started to happen. This is second down and 10. Now, I want you to understand there's two things I want you to see. Number one, we're in trips down here, and you have a boundary single-side receiver. You can count the guys on the screen. It's a 4-3, so 7, 8, 9, okay? There's going to be a high safety, 10, and then there's a corner 1-1 on the backside. The TV is kind of hard to see, but quarterback's reading leverage down here. He knows for a fact right now, pre-snap, he knows he's going to throw this slant. It's a run call, but he's basically said predetermined because there's no overhang guy that he's going to take it, he's going to flip it, and he's going to let it rip. This is a run play. But he lets that thing rip down here at the bottom, and he lets the receiver take it and open himself up into a nice, easy play. Again, easy completion off a run that Soraka gives to Sean Clifford that allows him to be successful. Now, this is really what I want to show you. The offensive line for Penn State has been doing so much better. Watch the left tackle here. This is one of the most insane blocks I've seen in a long time from a Penn State player. Stays locked on, rolls, and we call that a pancake, gentlemen. That is a beautiful block 10 yards down the field. Now, reality, ball was thrown. Was this an illegal man downfield? Yeah, probably pretty close, but I appreciate the effort by the left tackle. All right, so now we're moving on to the next play. Look what's going on. Levis is going to throw for the first time in a long time, and it's very obvious. This is a pass concept with a simple trips look right here, and he's going to find the leverage that he wants to throw. He has three receivers. Softest coverage, shortest throw. That's the softest coverage, and that's the shortest throw. He's not going to throw the outside guy. He's not going to throw the inside guy because he can sit the window. I'm going to throw number 2. He knows predetermined where he's going to throw this ball, but I want you to watch his footwork compared to Sean Clifford. He should know, one, and let it rip right now. But he pats the ball. Notice how he pats the ball. Pat, pat, and then he throws. That allows the safety to come driving down onto this. Now, sometimes it's better to be lucky than be good, and you can see the number one receiver still catches this ball. This was a bad decision, basically just based on timing. A hitch in this offense is one step, flip, and throw. They didn't do that here, and I think this is just timing because he's not playing. Okay, so next play. This is going to get Sean Clifford out of the pocket. Now, this is something that I've noticed Soraka starting to do a little more, and I really love. He's going to run zone to the weak side here, okay, which is going to force all these guys down, and they're going to he's going to eliminate them from the play. He's going to seal the edge with a fullback. He's going to take the running back on the edge for anything coming extra, and you're going to run what's called a curl rail at the bottom. Now, for you guys who don't know what a curl rail is, basically all a curl rail is if I have two receivers, the outside guy is going to run a curl, okay, so I'm just going to show you. So let's say it's these two right here, okay. This guy's going to run up, and then he's going to curl into the flat. This guy's going to run a flat rail, and he's either going to run and keep running based on what the corner did. If the corner squats, or if the corner jumps, drives, he's going to sit down like this. It's a really good play out of sprint out because it takes a little longer to develop, and it gets people on the run. And you can see what's happening right here. You see the offensive line going opposite. That's going to force these 7 guys down here. Okay, you're going to seal the edge. You're going to send the running back onto the next outside guy. Okay, he probably could have been a little more aggressive, but watch how Sean Clifford gets downhill. I like this throw. I think this is good for him. He opens up. He gets his hips to his target. He chases his throw. Now, he's a little bit running to the side. A lot of people will teach we want to run after the throw, but it's a nice, easy completion and read for the quarterback. This is just the curl. All right, this is just the curl right here. The rail is down here at the bottom, and that's a really good concept for Sean Clifford. Okay, so this is something else they did I really enjoyed in the second half. Off of a fast pace, off of the idea of we're going to move this thing as fast as we can, but we're also going to make our quarterback feel comfortable. We're going to get in a heavy run formation, and we're going to run 8-man protection with hitches. That's all it is. It's 8-man protection with hitches. And he took the softest coverage. He saw that this guy was playing really hard. This guy was jumping and playing off. He hits it, catch, flip, throw. Hey, why am I showing this? Because it's a 7-yard, 8-yard, 9-yard gain, but it's a simple, easy throw. It's 8-man protection. The quarterback can feel comfortable, and we're still in the third quarter. This is allowing your offense to get into a rhythm, and that's what they were missing in the first half. Okay, here we go. All this is a smash with a post on the backside. This is a too high beater. So determining if this is man or if this is zone, what they did right here in this situation was they determined man or zone. Quarterback, watch the quarterback's eyes. You're going to get a delayed corner route by the tight end. You're going to get a corner post by Parker Washington here. So watch what the quarterback does. His eyes immediately snap down to this point here. He's waiting for this thing to develop the entire time. What he's doing is he's watching the safety. Watch his eyes. He snaps his eyes to the safety. He sets it up with a corner, sets it up, and he divides the two safeties. Because again, this safety has this tight end man-to-man, and quarterback knew that. So all he was doing was waiting for this thing to clear the second level, and he's going to deliver the strike between the two safeties. Safety, safety. This was going to be there, but he knew that that safety was going to take him to man-to-man, and he liked that concept better. He never even looked at the corner. And that's honestly a great play call in the goal line right here. Okay, this is a dagger concept. Now, this is Will again. Okay, and Levis is back in the game. I don't understand their thinking here, other than the fact that Will's a runner. Notice that he gets everything downhill. This is a nice true play action. But the problem is it doesn't really truly get the guys downhill you want to get downhill. That should have affected this kid right here. This kid never sets the edge. This is an old school dagger concept. Dagger concept meaning this. We're going to clear out with the number 2 receiver. We're going to run a deep in or a dig with number 1. And we're going to hit the flat with something, somehow. We're going to hold the flat, which should be this guy right here. We're going to hold him with something in the flat, whether it's a play action or an arrow route. And what the quarterback's going to do is he's going to read this kid first, and then he's going to read the safety. He does a good job. He sets himself up, but I can tell you right now, he threads the needle on this ball, and that should never have happened. To be honest with you, he probably could have cleared this thing a little longer and open himself in that window. Same thing as the hitch before. It's just a timing thing. All right, that receiver should be on the other side of that safety, okay? And it was a close call. And I'm going to show it to you from the end zone so you can really see it. You get a lot of movement up front, and it's pretty good stuff. He resets the pocket right outside where the tackle was. You can see the clear out, okay, by Parker Washington. He's going to clear the safety. But watch this ball. Oh, my word. This is the linebacker that was covering Parker Washington. And again, nothing held this kid. And that's my struggle with this play call. This is the kid that almost makes the play. That kid should be in the flat right now. So let's go back and look really quickly. I want you to see this ball get threaded in. Okay, this kid should no longer be in this, and the receiver gets a good job on the dig, and the quarterback sees it. I just don't like the timing of what they did. All right, number 8. Here we go again. We're looking at 8-man protections again with hitches. Again, now you're winning the game. It's the fourth quarter. We're going to get a nice little run action in the backfield. We're going to make sure these two guys aren't going to make a play. We're going to throw the guy with the softest coverage, shortest throw. But see what he sees? Hit the ball, snap of the ball, he sees hips turned. He sees squatter. I'm throwing outside right now. Great, easy throw. 2nd and 6, first down. Move the chains. I love it. Okay, so now you've seen a bunch of 8-man protections with quick game stuff. Now he knows he's in man right here. 1 high safety means it's cover 1. Watch this. I love it. He gives a nice fake pump with the one hand. These guys jump it. You get the safety jumping down. You get the corner jumping down. That's bad football. But you got them where you want them because you hit this now screen a couple times early in the game, and you get a nice, easy, cheap touchdown. Again, you've got an absolute athlete who can outrun a lot of defenses, and that right there is how you win games. You set plays up. This is the chess match he had set up in the first half that now came back in the second half and paid off. Love this screen. So now you've got the game won for the most part, and you're just trying to keep the drive alive. It's 2nd down and 8, and you know they're expecting the run. You have seen this screen if you watched any of the previous videos where he blocks 1 and 2 and he sends somebody into the flat. Usually it's the B back in the flat or somebody else. But right now he sends the tailback to the flat and he's running power read with the quarterback. And it's an easy throw. I've got numbers. 1, 2. I'm going to take it, flip it, and throw it. And I'm going to occupy this linebacker and this linebacker with a pulling guard. I love this play design. I love the simple, easy move. People will look at a game and say, oh, it's a great play, and they'll move on. But to me, plays like this are game-changing, and plays like this are what keep offenses alive. Okay? And now let's talk about this. This is a big deal. They're winning the game, but it's still a fairly close game. They're in a punt formation. I absolutely love what they did here. An immediate shift and run into an offensive concept, and they're going to get these guys to jump off the ball. This is brilliant. I've never even seen this shift out of a punt, but you better believe it's going in the playbook. I love this. This seals the game for them, and I think that is what makes the difference at Penn State. That's a savvy football team.